What's up, Devil's Den? My name is the Hellborne, coming at you live, my friends, gentlemen, ladies, and others. Welcome to a special edition to the Devil's Den podcast. I am, of course, joined by my cohort.
Hey, what is up, everybody? I am back, and I had to reappear, had to re-show up on the scene for this special moment, the moment we crown Eren Yeager as the greatest character in anime history.
You're already
That's what we're doing today, right? That's what.
I mean,
Like, he won, right? Everything.
I mean, if you want, it can be.
I'm
Did you vote?
pretty sure, and spoilers alert, that Aaron told me to do this podcast. Aaron was in my head to do this podcast.
Aaron has told us everything. Has told us every single person known to existence to do everything. Every action, you can blame it on him.
That would make sense for racism.
Ooh, that's a big yikes in the chat. Thanks very much, chat. Devils, are you excited to see what the Crunchyroll judges and the normies thought were the best shows of the year?
I'm ready to see how wrong they were.
I am as well. I am looking forward to just how terrible this is gonna be. Should we just get right into it?
Let's do it.
All right. So, as always, we always have to do the best anime of the year last. It is just natural, it is what we do here, around here. So just like I did at my predictions and vote casting, we're gonna go from the bottom top, because here in the Devil's Den, we are all bottoms. So,
Wait.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
So first, quick recognition. I didn't even know they did this, honestly. They did best voice acting for a bunch of different languages for the first time ever.
I know. I was noticing that, and I was like, huh. I mean, it makes sense. There are other dubs.
Right?
English isn't the only dub.
You know what? We didn't obviously vote for these because I don't know Russian, even though World War III is about to start. Topical. So, I mean...
Is it topical?
Topical. So, really quickly, shout out to Islam Grahishvich, who's gonna kill...
How could you pronounce that so well?
I don't have a sleeper agent code, I swear. Shout out to Islam for his performance as Tanjiro in Mugen Train. Moving next for German, we got Renee Dawn Cloud for Gojo for Jujutsu Kaisen. Shout out to you. In Portuguese, we have Leo Rebelo for Gojo. Is there gonna be a theme? I think there's gonna be a theme.
Gojo just has a good voice.
Good character, good voice. For French, Enzo Rezzido Tanjiro. That was not French at all. I'm so sorry. I made all the French Italians. I'm so sorry. Although with a name like Enzo, it may as well be Italian.
Enzo just makes me think of the WWE wrestler.
There it is. We are also occasionally a WWE podcast.
And a Marvel podcast.
And the Fuck You Been Up To podcast.
And a Disney podcast.
And the Star Wars podcast.
But never are we an anime podcast.
Which is why you should like, favorite, and subscribe, and give us your Twitch primes.
Because without that, how will we truly be degenerates?
The #1 degenerate podcast in the game. Next up, in Castilian, because they're not Spanish, but they want to be their own thing, we have Tanjiro again with Marcel Navarro.
You know, Tanjiro's really sweeping the board here. I'm really going to have to talk with the judges. I think this was way too many unfair Tanjiro wins.
Are we not saying that to the Gojo wins? Because it's literally been 2 characters so far.
Hasn't there been 3 Tanjiros?
You know, math is hard. I don't know
3
math.
is bigger than 2.
That's not what she told me. All right, and in Spanish, the actual language of Spanish. An upset. Rengoku with Irin. I don't even know how to pronounce that. De Wei.
How do you say umai in Spanish? Someone get on this.
How do you say a Japanese word with a Spanish dialect? Help us out. All right, well, that took care of the languages we have no idea about. So let's start with the one we also have no idea about, which is English.
Who listens to English?
Now, on our last special, I did do my selections. I can't say I remember all of them. And Devils, you were there in the chat giving your picks, so we're just gonna go through these one at a time, and then we will critique the fuck out of their picks. You ready?
I'm ready to rip them apart.
All right. For best voice acting performance for English, David Wald for the guy with the mask and Skate the Infinity.
You know, I think we're all certain that he won this because of that one quote. That one quote that went across TikTok.
What's up, bitches, bros, and non-binary
hoes?
I love it. Honestly, I don't, we both said, we don't listen to dubs, but that line alone is like, yep, nope, win it. I don't even care.
Oh, yeah. My runner-up pick here, obviously, would be the only one I would consistently recognize the voice actor for is Laura Bailey. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Laura wins enough stuff.
Yeah, Laura Bailey, I actually think was my pick just for a Lifetime Achievement Award. I started watching Critical Role, the D&D podcast.
I knew it.
I didn't even know that Laura Bailey was on Critical Role.
This is how I have been learning about people who speak English is through Critical Role.
That tells us how dedicated we are as weebs. We don't even know English. The only English we know is from other nerd shit like Critical Role. Yeah, I think this is a clear pick, honestly. No complaints here.
No complaints. I'm pretty good with that choice.
Yeah, but now, okay, with all due respect to David Wald, and all due respect to the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, now we start getting into the nit and gritty.
The what the people came for.
Yes, not us. Next up, we have best voice acting performance in Japanese. And the winner is Kageyuki for Eren Yeager. All right, everyone.
Batake.
All right, this was my pick. Was this your pick?
This was definitely my pick because adult Eren Yeager's voice be doing something to me. I am a whole new man ready to annihilate the entire world.
It comes out that the voice actor's like, oh yeah, after this episode I lost my voice for 3 days. After this episode I didn't have her for a week. It really goes to show his dedication to the character. I love it. Let's all be happy that Gabi didn't win. Gabby.
Oh, I feel like the voice actor was like, my characters hate it. No one's looking at me. They're only looking at Gabby and saying, I want to stop Gabby.
Yeah, I'm at unfair disadvantage. Fuck Gabby, fuck Gabby. The only
Eren ain't do nothing wrong. Shout out to whoever made that song.
Oh yeah, big shout out on TikTok. Hey Devils, where can people follow you on TikTok?
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen and others, if you are looking to see someone not post content for about 2 months straight, go check me out on DevilsAlterEgo on TikTok.
Damn,
I promise there's content coming just when I get out of my slump.
We all have those moments, man. We all have those arcs. I
need a script writer.
I'm writing scripts that I know I'm never even gonna make, so I don't even know if you want me. For this category, I did also like recognize Otakawa and Kumiko, but I am perfectly content with Eren Yeager actually winning this.
Now, don't forget that later down the road.
You know, for this category, I'll say this.
I'm not gonna lie. This must be what like the fucking Yuri on Ice and My Hero Academia people felt back in the day. Because I'm like, I'd be fine if he took a couple of the big hitters.
You know, I don't mind sweeping if it's my team doing the winning.
You know, it's just been so fucking good.
Absolutely. I can't wait to have our little dedicated episode to wrapping this damn thing up.
Yeah. I think we might have to do a 2-hour episode where we just talk about the dichotomy of each season and how it progressed the entire like storyline.
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours.
And get a lunch break in between.
Yeah, we're gonna do a pre-roll ad, 5 minutes to get a little lunch break in. All right. Well, that is the winner. Shout out to Kajiyuki, who routinely loses his voice playing Eren Yeager. So that is one on the board for Attack on Titan. Let us see if it keeps us its strengths. Next up is Best Film. Now, Devils.
I know something's on this list.
I believe this was the one category when I did my stream that I said, lock in 100 billion% the winner of this category. And if I'm wrong, you're gonna have to inflict the worst pain upon me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm holding fast to that. Obviously I'm coming in blind. I don't know anything about these rewards. So let us just see the winner for Best Film. Demon Slayer, Run a Train Over Your Mother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my lotto pick. I'm done. I'm out. It's the wrong pick, but whatever.
You know, interestingly enough, I don't feel like a lot of the movies on this list stood a chance.
No.
Demon Slayer was in theaters.
It's literally the biggest anime movie of all time.
Yeah.
there was no chance in this one.
And like, there was only a select few still watching Evangelion.
Right? Who the fuck would do that?
Who would look to complete their like lovely childhood,
adolescence, young adulthood, old adulthood? Like I said on the show, I've only watched Mugen Train and Evangelion. I'm gonna assume you've only watched Demon Slayer from this list.
I don't think. Yeah. Wait. No. I think I thought about watching Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop, but I never got around to it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and I have it in the queue, and I just can't find 2 hours of my life. I'd rather spend 4 hours on TikTok. So
I've been getting better at that, and not.
I mean, I'm trying to get better. I mean, let me just, say this. Mugen Train, it's fine. You've watched it, so go ahead, defend the king.
I see. Damn, yeah, I did see this movie. I saw it twice.
You saw this in theaters, if I remember right.
I did. Yeah, like, from what, like, just at a, like, outside look, watching Demon Slayer, while not totally approachable for someone who hasn't seen the previous seasons, this movie doesn't do bad as a standalone. It is, like, pretty good as a standalone film from the series, besides a few, like, character nuances that you would need to know. Like, okay, why the fuck is Yellow Boy sleeping? Why does he keep a little girl in a box? What's happening to the little girl?
Chris Hansen?
Why is she growling?
Trust me, the little girl gets a glow up in season 2.
But when I'm joking. No, like, without knowing the rest of the stuff on this list, Demon Slayer's movie definitely did put in the work. And I mean, hell, as you mentioned, the best-selling movie. So
yeah, and I don't even think
shout out to Demon Slayer.
Shout out to Demon Slayer. I'm curious.
Looks amazing too.
Oh yeah, no, Ufotable really put its whole Demon Slayosi in this production. I'm sure extra funds from the CEO's stash away certainly helped. Obviously, like I said on the previous special, Evangelion is special to me. I will recognize my bias. Like, I will recognize my bias. I also recognize that I've only watched 2 of the 4 or 6 of the nominees, so I'm not the best expert in this film category.
Yeah, maybe we make a thing about this year of checking out some more anime movies.
And like,
but then what if they're not chosen?
Well, like, Words Bubble Up is on Netflix. Bell is the next Mamoru Hosoda big film, so I'm gonna imagine it's gonna find its way somehow. Josie might be on Netflix or on some streaming, I'm not sure. But hey, it sounds like you're 2 for 2 and I'm 1 for 2 so far, is all I know.
Yeah, I'm coming in strong in the gate. You know, we really put in a lot of work in the starting half, and we really want to keep that going into the second half of the quarter.
Well, you know, they had us in the first half, I won't lie, but in the second half. All right, shout out to Demon Slayer, shout out to Ufotable. Currently, as of the production of this video, of this recording, 2 days away from the season finale of season 2, which,
oh my god,
we'll have to talk about that as well. What a time to be alive, honestly, for
dude,
Kimetsu no Yaiba fans.
What a time to have a Sunday.
Oh my god, tell me about it. You ready for the next category?
Let's do it. Whip it out.
Last time I did that, I went to the principal's office. All right. Oh god, it's gonna. There we go. The next category is Best Comedy. And the winner for Best Comedy for 2021 is... Oh god, I'm so scared. Comey Can't Communicate.
Whoa, okay.
I'm gonna put in the first word. I'm gonna put in the first word. I think that's what I voted for. Okay, this is now officially the second word. This is motherfucking recency bias. Fuck y'all. I hate this. So you vote for Comey. Okay.
Can you tell us what you would prefer to win here?
For straight comedy, it had to have been Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2. Like, this just tells me y'all motherfuckers are horny for a mute girl instead of big booba dragons. Like, I thought we were simple men and women and others. I thought we just liked dragons with big boobas.
In my defense, I hadn't seen a single episode of Miss Kobayashi until this week.
You're watching
on episode 5 of season 1.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah!
And it's already I've already been enjoying it, so I will let you know if I would have changed my vote once I get to season 2.
There you go. Was Comey even my runner up? I guess Comey would have been my runner up.
Yeah. Because our biggest issue with Uramichi was the fact that the gag would run stale pretty quickly and they would need to reinvent themselves, and they just kind of didn't. Yeah,
the episodes 3 through 10 were just, or 4 through 10 were like, okay, comedy, you need to be on your toes, and right now I am on my back sleeping.
Yeah, and then I haven't seen Heaven's Design Team.
You don't.
And
need
then
to.
with Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagato. That was more of a, hey, go find you a new kink kind of.
I'm actually kind of surprised Nagatoro didn't win.
Like I said, I think more people got kinks out of that show than got like humor.
Are you telling me people with kinks don't vote? Is that how it's gonna take to protect our democracy? To get the kink vote?
No comment.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally upset because I'm on record saying the Komi adaptation is like downright hilarious. I think this is like, I haven't read the manga, but I feel like just the animation and the adaptation is making it funnier than what the manga panels could present. So I'll give it that.
I'd agree. As someone who read the first 2 issues.
There you go.
Actually, I read more than the first 2. I read a lot.
My big problem with this category was Odd Taxi as a comedy, and I'm glad it didn't win. If it won, that would have just told me what the rest of this was gonna be. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, really. Justice for Kobayashi. Komi Can't Communicate Season 2 sometime, I think summer? And if you have a kink, please vote in your local elections.
Alright, dude, I ain't dropped one yet.
You are 3 for 3? I'm 1 for 3?
Yeah, I think it's the longest streak we've ever had for any one person.
Alright, we gotta drop this or something.
Nah, I at least gotta get 5.
Look, man, you've gone streaking before. Trust me. Trust me, we were all there. You can't be streaking again.
I want to feel young again.
Look, man, our backs, our shoulders, our in our cracks. P word in our cracks. All right.
Well, before we get censored, let's go on to the next category.
Yes, congratulations, Komi Can't Communicate for Best Comedy. Best Fantasy! Ooh, this was topic. The winner for Best Fantasy is... That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2.
God, what?
Alright, okay.
Alright, there's my streak.
The streak is blown.
Wow.
I think this is our first big talking point.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I'll let you start.
This is entirely a popularity vote, let's be honest. You know, I think a vote is a literal popularity contest, which can only describe this because, goddamn, Season 2, really going down the shitter when...
It was so bad.
When Mushoku is right there. When Mushoku is right there.
Like... I just don't see how Slime ever wins over Mashoko here.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm wrapping myself around this in a non-kinky way. Wow. You know what? Hold down the podcast for 5 seconds.
You know, the main thing I can like kind of assume that people decided, hey, this is the reason, was that reincarnated as the slime. People were finally, he just switched up real quick. This man switched up real quick.
Guys, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is the greatest show ever. Check the Rimuru hat.
Oh my god. I ain't calling him a sellout.
I ain't calling you a truther. I can't.
Yeah.
I gotta get this off my head, man. This is disgusting.
It was bad. Like, no, let's say it's bad. It wasn't a horrible show, but considering this is the nominees for the best fantasy show of the year, and Mushoku Tensei is in there, there is nothing else here that should win.
Like, also, and you mentioned this in the last special, where's ReZero? ReZero aired.
Yeah, my God, is it something about the Crunchyroll awards where they just get a hard on for fucking over ReZero? They didn't want to put it in the year before last because they were like, well, it's technically supposed to be airing for next year. It's just airing early this year, so we'll put it in next year. And then they don't put it in anywhere.
Let's see. This is probably my second to last pick. I think Vanitas is the only thing I have lower than this.
Yeah.
And that's
I
saying
haven't
a
seen
lot.
Ranking of Kings, but I could still put that up.
The fan art alone of Ranking of Kings that pops up on the Twitter feed alone is better. Okay, with all that being said, it's not a terrible isekai. It's not a terrible fantasy.
It's just it was not the best one up here.
It's not the best one. This is extremely unfortunate. I'm curious what our overlord Giga had to say, because he had Mushoku as his best anime of the year. So I'm curious what he has to say about it.
He better do a video, or I'll find him. He's actually had the Wobid, so he was behind him putting out videos.
Yes, he did get the bids of Ko. Like, Mushoku was my 1. Eternity was 2. Rankings was 3, and none of those hit. So, I'm 1 for 4. I'm not doing good over here.
Yeah, same here with this category.
Well,
I still got more points on the board overall.
Oh yeah, you gotta flex that I'm still winning, but well, let's get the fuck out of here. This is
yeah.
All right.
Let this not be the only time you disappoint us tonight.
I only feel like it's only the beginning. All right. The winner for best action is Jujutsu Kaisen 4-2.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're the shonen boy.
Okay. So there's some good action here.
There's some damn
Also,
good action.
I still stand by this. Wonder Egg shouldn't be on this list. There's other shows that could have taken this spot and were more deserving to have this spot. We need to stop sticking shows where they don't belong. Well, I can't describe Daisen. Daisen? What do you call that shit? But Attack on Titan, Kaisen, Vivi, Demon Slayer. Now, Demon Slayer is a little unfair here for me because it was a movie, but it had a movie budget. But after kind of watching this new season, I'm gonna say the movie budget was lower than this season's budget.
Hell yeah!
That animation, man. That was what was the episode for season 1 where everyone was like, animation, it's the best.
Oh, for Demon Slayer?
Yeah, for season 1. Was that episode 9 or 7?
No. Are you talking about the spider forest fight?
Yeah.
I want to say 16 or 19.
Okay, I knew it was either that or a base number. I feel like, so for that, like, just comparatively for the action that Mugen gave versus what Vivi and Kaisen gave, I would knock Demon Slayer down a peg. For Attack on Titan that season, I don't really feel like was like super focused on the action. Like, it had some great action scenes, but that wasn't its main purpose. So I would kind of remove that from there. So right there, you leave for me Vivi and Jujutsu Kaisen, and there are 2 fights. There's a big fight in each one of those shows that could push you to the limit. And I had to go Kaisen because bros being bros. clapping the fuck out of a monster. It's fucking amazing. But yeah, if I was to go down my list, mine would have been Kaisen, Vivi, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan because I didn't watch SSS, and then I would put SSS, and then I wouldn't even have voted for Wonder Egg in my list.
No, and you are absolutely correct, my good sir. You are a intelligent man because Jujutsu Kaisen is the obvious winner for this. I say this because I need to get on the board again.
He needs a point, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I did say Jujutsu Kaisen, hands down for best action. The final fight, the climactic fight in Core 2, made me think, goddamn, I now understand why all these motherfuckers out here saying Battle Shonen is great. I'm like, Mappa put their whole map pussy into this.
They put the map pussy, the butt pussy, the gussy. We made up that one last night. It's when the world develops or moves so far where like men now have vaginas and are used for breeding, and women have penises, and so E-Dussy is E-girl's pussy, like how Badussy would be a boy's pussy. You see what I'm doing there, people?
You heard it here.
Don't put that in the YouTube video. Don't put that in the TikTok.
Editor, probably
Cut
me.
it out.
Cut it. All right, you're absolutely right when you say Jujutsu Kaisen is number 1 and Vivi number 2, and then it falls on the list. I think it's gonna be interesting hearing from Titan fans from this because they think Titan is gospel. So if it's nominated, especially for something like action, that it should just automatically win. But final season, what is the biggest battle like in part 1? Is it the Warhammer fight? Because if that's the fight,
that was like 2 seconds.
I mean, if it's between Warhammer and Attack Titan, it was like 3 seconds, right? There was little to fighting, but the actual overall action has to go to Jujutsu Kaisen, of course.
Oh, 100%.
See, we are in agreement. We should do a podcast of that together.
No, I don't like you enough to do that.
Fuck. All right, next category. Maybe you'll not like me on the next one. The winner for best drama is To Your Eternity.
Boom, baby.
Ooh. Initial thoughts.
You know, there's a lot of good shit on here. Especially with Fruits Basket's final season. A lot of fucking good shit. But if I would have to say anything that made me feel episode to episode, something I had to hold back on watching if I was like, I don't know if I'm in the right place to cry. That's To Your Eternity. I've never seen a show hit me with such an impactful first episode where I'm just like, the man could not speak. The man was so shocked he could not speak.
And he's talking about himself, ladies and gentlemen. He's not talking about Fushi. He's talking about himself. He's speechless from how awesome that first episode is.
That, like, if for me, that's probably the best ever first episode for anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really hard for me to think of anything else that just came swinging out like that. And like, that first episode is so good that it could literally stand alone as just a short film by itself.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
What are your thoughts?
So, I'm trying to remember what my final pick for this was. And if I remember, my thought process was To Your Eternity has the best first episode, the best first 2 arcs. But in my humble opinion of one man, the second half with the island arc faltered in comparison to the rest.
It did.
While Fruits Basket, especially the final season, had no dips. So I think if I remember right, I just gave this to Fruits Basket. I don't know, I went back and forth. Admittedly, I'd probably be fine with any of these winning this. Maybe besides Wonder Egg.
There's a theme, guys, if you haven't caught on yet.
You know what's hilarious? I was the biggest Wonder Egg stan for the first 2 months of that show. My Twitter banner, my Twitter Avi, it was all Wonder Egg.
It wouldn't
Wonder Egg
stop.
Tuesdays. Then it fell apart. So you have to think about the whole thing. I'm not upset about this. Like, I'm certainly not upset with To Your Eternity winning.
Yeah. I can't really say I know Kakagi Shoujo, so I don't really know anything about that, but I've seen everything else on this list.
Yeah, with Shoujo, it was niche. It's for theater kids, and I was like, this hits a little close. So I'm a little resonating. I will say, now that we're a few categories in, I remember when I did the selection show, and I was like, why the fuck is Odd Taxi in every category? This tells me it's either going to win everything, or it's just going to lose everything, but just be nominated. And it hasn't won anything yet, which is very interesting.
You know, I think that's mainly for like the competition in the categories it's been in. So like it was in like best comedy, and like for most people, like Komi Can't Communicate being like the hot Netflix show that's like airing weekly and very popular with people. Definitely hard competition there. Even facing against the Dragon Maid stands.
There are dozens of us.
And then the other one would be like voice actor performance, which I'd like to more give that more like to the actor than the show. Cause you can't just stick any actor in there and then like it'll still portray that same Otokawa. Like Natsuki Hane did that perfectly for what his character was supposed to represent. So that's why when I look at that, I don't look at it as an Odd Taxi nomination. I would more look at it as it going to like Hane. So far where we're going from that, it's had some like tough competition. So maybe we'll see it later on here, picking up something. Not in. I know you were in favor of for character design, right?
I can't remember. We'll get there when we get there. Look, bro. It was like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. It's been a long semester.
Yeah. All right.
I will say,
anything else?
My last thoughts. Kudos to Your Eternity. I cannot wait till season 2 this fall. As I sold it to you, my dude. Hey, the mangaka did a silent voice, and you were sold on spot. And that's what I would sell it to literally everyone.
It's a good sale. It's a damn good sale.
It's a damn good sell, man. All right, there's the drama. Lots of drama in the best drama category. We shall switch that up to romance. Ooh, in the spirit of Valentine's Day.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, indeed. The winner for best romance is Horimiya. Let's fucking go!
Oh.
The only right answer. I don't want to say only. I don't want to say only. But this is like the truest.
I can do it. I will give the reason. Beastars. It's toxic, but not as fucking toxic as Don't Tell Me Nagito. If you're telling me you're in fucking middle school, that's a relationship you're looking for, I think you need to check your mental. Komi Can't Communicate we haven't yet fully gotten to that romance part of the show yet. It's not yet ready. Fruits Basket. We get a lot of buildup for the romance in Fruits Basket over the different seasons, but I don't feel any one season's romance factor was large enough to the comparable to Horimiya. Altogether, yeah, it's a phenomenal thing. But this is final season. This isn't Fruits Basket from here and back. So, and the Duke of a Death, fuck that.
Fuck that CG bullshit. Moving on. No, you do bring up an interesting point when it comes to these award shows, when you specifically isolate like this specific season or this specific final season. Because, I mean, if I were to put 3 seasons of Fruits Basket versus 1 season of Horimiya, then I'd probably be swayed the other way. But what Horimiya did in 12 episodes to depict a very realistic high school romance, phenomenal. It was hard to go against it.
I was for it the entire way. Show's awesome. Fuck, give me a season 2. Let me see what. No. If we push a season 2, they'll ruin it.
Probably. Actually, I think the manga's. Yeah, no, it's done. They don't do the college electric boogaloo. Thankfully. Interesting. I just thought of this. Last year's winner was Tonikawa, which we both thought was like the clear-cut favorite. This was the clear-cut favorite. I think we only get one good romance couple a year, apparently.
Yeah, it's seeming like since we kind of stopped doing best girl, best boy as a category, there has been less shows that have come out. Now, obviously, there is no correlation in between this of when Crunchyroll decided, hey, we're gonna stop doing the best boy, best girl award.
Best boy, right? It still has best boy, best girl. There.
Oh, it does. I guess never mind. It was called something different before Waifu and Husbando.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have our reasons why it's probably better to be best girl, best boy.
I'm still
age.
I'm just look. Of all the categories that could have gone away, I'm just thankful this wasn't Nagatoro. I'm just really thankful it wasn't.
Yeah, because if it was Nagatoro, I'd have to start examining every person's relationship I saw. I'd be like, no. What y'all do behind closed doors? How did she talk to you?
It's just a tease, bro. There's no harm. She's just She's just trolling.
The man's gonna be having therapy for years.
Oh, undoubtedly. Congratulations to Horimiya and your 2 namesakes. Miyamura, I still want to grow out my hair and get piercings in your likeness.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, we both got a point there.
Thanks for the joking.
Thanks for. Yeah. Jab's Cloverworks, the only good thing you did last year.
You gotta catch up, my guy. You're you got a lot more to catch up on.
I will make a big comeback. We're gonna get to the technical categories, and I'll sweep. I'm not gonna sweep anyway. All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah. Quick question: was the fight scene the one that had 2 of the same show nominees?
Yes, because I think this is either the second or third year in a row that for best fight scene they've had 2 fights from the same show. And we talked about in the special, like, that's just gonna cut down on the voters.
And I think we both voted for the same one here, right?
I know what I voted for. We've already talked about it.
I voted for my. Wait, did I? Oh yeah, the brotherly duo. I was like, wait, when did I talk about it? Forgetting my own monologues.
We talked about in best drama. Remember? Okay. And the winner for best fight scene is Itadori and Tono versus Hanami and Jujutsu Kaisen. There we go. That's what we talk about. There it is.
Would you like to take this explanation?
What I said in the best action for Jujutsu Kaisen. This fight alone just really compelled me into the world of Battle Shonen. This is excellently animated. This is excellently choreographed. There is so much stakes and tension in the air. The dynamics between Itadori and Todo is phenomenal. I can never look at Jennifer Lawrence the same because they foreshadowed that 10 episodes before, and the relationship built up to this climactic battle against a goddamn talking tree. And I am so happy that this won, even though this had the double fight disadvantage. I think that just tells you that this must have been a landslide.
It had to be. Like, I mean, like thinking about what's on this list, besides the other Jujutsu Kaisen, I would kind of say Attack on Titan is the only other probably that's current mainstream, because the thing with Boruto, it scared away a lot of its fans a long time ago, and now people just kind of pick it up and then drop it off. So most people probably haven't even gotten to see this fight, nor know what this fight resulted in. So that fight, you can't, like, it doesn't stand a chance because the show's done so poorly to get to this point that most people aren't even going to see it in time for those votes to have come out. So as we see, fuck you, Boruto, again. You fucked yourself. It's a great fight, ladies and gentlemen. I do love it, and it was like top tier animation for like a Naruto and or Boruto series. So really good. Vivi, I gotta go with the same thing of like it was not as popular with the mainstream crowd. Like, not a lot of people have seen this and everything. No. Do I say that beats the Jujutsu Kaisen fight? No. The Jujutsu Kaisen fight was the best. But I will say, if the shows surrounding it were more known, then the double Jujutsu Kaisen fights being on here would have maybe made a bigger impact. And for those of you going, but Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin's there. What do you mean nothing popular? That's not a fight. That's a beat down. That's a you blinked. Fight was over. My man didn't let the bad guy do his monologue. Any motherfucker who's not gonna let you do your monologue, that's not gonna be a fight. It's an assault. It's a crime. It's a war crime.
There it is. Yeah, you're absolutely right, because when you list this as Eren Yeager versus Warhammer Titan, you're implying that the only action is that one-on-one fight, when in fact, Eren raffle stomped Miss Tiber, and
Raffle stomped everyone.
Like, if anything, the best fighting in that arc was like the street fighting with the guns, and like Mikasa fighting against the other Titans like Porco. Like, Warhammer Titan versus Eren Yeager, that's a disgrace. You should have, if you wanted more Attack on Titan stands to vote for that, you should have just said like the declaration of war fight and just have all those micro fights encompass one big fight scene.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right when it comes to Vivi. It is a bit of an underground hit. I've been championing that show for like the last 6 months. That fight is awesome. Boruto, bing bong, fuck your Borutos, but it had to be this fight.
Yeah.
It had to be. Like, I agree. This was clean cut.
Like, could watch this fight just randomly, just like, oh, I'm bored and I want to see some good action. Right there.
And also, you would have more expertise with this when it comes to Battle Shonen fights that linger too long. Like thinking back to like the big three and even before that, the Dragon Ball era. This fight is perfectly paced. Even though it spans multiple episodes, it is non-stop entertainment. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, even though it's not like, all right, we're gonna spend one episode talking about this. No, it's multiple episodes and even more build-up. That's why this fight is phenomenal.
And I think why this fight is also so amazing is something a lot of people don't talk about. Pacing of a fight, the progression, when the intensity, because no real fight just goes for a linear point to the fucking end. There's ups, there's downs, there's like, you have to like be on a roller coaster to the climax. You don't just shoot all your shot out at once like Eren Yeager. Actually, that's a perfect like comparison. Jujutsu Kaisen, this fight is a perfect I fucking forgot about it. Roller coaster where you have like the very quick action moments and then the like slow methodical fight parts and the planning, the execution. It is just done marvelous. And the camera angles. We are always coming from like this like angle that just makes you feel more intensity in every blow.
Friends, I touched myself to this fight. I'm on record saying this.
The world touched me to this fight.
The world touched you? Okay, all right. Today's sponsor, Consent. Always have consent whenever you're doing anything with another person or world. Well, I've noticed a trend. Where I get a point, you get a point. So I gotta start making some ground somewhere.
Well,
I like how this one has a video. Shout out to them.
I'll be excited to see if I don't get the next two.
Oh, fuck.
And I think if I get the next two, I could probably cruise my way to the end.
Yeah, this is I've already won. You imbecile. All right. We're kind of, showing our hand with these next two categories. All right, let's just get this out of the way. The winner for best antagonist is... Go ahead and say it.
Eren Yeager.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Thoughts, comments, reactions, questions.
Rumbling.
This isn't even this season. This is my war.
My fucking god.
Eren Yeager, my god.
Eren Yeager as a person literally split like the anime community is you're either a Yeagerist or you're against him. I've never seen people want to decide their entire future, like lives, decisions, and like who they be with based on whether or not you liked or hated Eren Yeager. This man was able to just... I've never seen someone play the field this well who wasn't Drake.
This is the first time and hopefully the only time that you'll ever see Eren Yeager and Drake in the same sentence. I need a one genocide. Got Hennessy on my mind. I mean, this is the right answer though, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't even fucking know who else was nominated.
Well,
okay.
So here's the thing. I don't think it was a good year for antagonists, which is kind of upsetting. I remember going through this. Odd Taxi's Yano. No. Skate. I watched like all 2 episodes. Tomura and Hero. I was like, that second half of season 5 really sold him. That it's not at the level. It's good, but it's not the level.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even consider Echidna as the antagonist of season 2 of ReZero, and Kisaki. Maybe I think we need to see more. I think we need to see more. Tokyo
Yeah,
Revengers.
for Kisaki here, like we only see a little of his like behind the scene actions and motives. We only just know from like being told like, oh, he did this, he set this up. So like it's really hard to kind of always attach it directly to him when he's not directly doing it, or we're not directly seeing him like put his plans into motion, which I don't think is a bad thing on his character. I think that's why Tokyo Revengers is able to like feel so fresh every week, because like there's still just so much we haven't seen from this man, and he's like the main baddie. He be making smooth moves.
And like I said in the last special, of all the pictures of him, they picked like the spoiler one. Cool.
Yeah.
I will give credit to Aaron because he's the best antagonist, because you spent, let's see, 2013, 8 years from this part portraying him as the protagonist, and now that he is doing the things he's doing, not to show our hands too much, really just adds to his characterization and development, and just justifies him as the default option for this.
Yeah.
Like this was another where it's like there's a clear winner and there's everyone else.
Yeah. And his name is Eren Yeager.
Thank you. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok. With that being said, for every antagonist, we do need a protagonist. And for those that voted in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, you probably saw a motif between the two of these categories. Let's see if it plays out. The winner for Best Protagonist is... Oh my. Oh!
I'm not upset, but I am surprised.
I'm not upset. I'm surprised. And I feel like I jinxed it. Talking about Odd Taxi earlier.
You stole my biggest win from me.
Wow. God, we can't talk about that conversation, how an antagonist can be a protagonist. God damn it. I wanted to go to English class. All right, well, let's first address Otakawa. I like Odd Taxi. Good show.
Yeah.
It's deservingly of its praise of like, oh, it's a Tarantino film. You can embrace it like that. I completely agree. I think Otakawa is a phenomenal character to use as our focal point for this multifaceted, non-linear show. I think his journey is phenomenal, and the last episode's payoff is well deserved. I'm just surprised is what I'm gonna say. I'm just surprised.
For those of you who aren't getting why we're so surprised, if you know who Eren Yeager was, he was a protagonist.
So, this always bums me when people think like the protagonist must always be the good guy. Well, if you view Eren in the final season as a bad guy, then you would say, oh, he's not a protagonist. That's incorrect. A protagonist is just whoever the story revolves around. And Devils, last time I checked, Attack on Titan, since episode 1, has revolved around... Go ahead and say the name.
Eren Yeager!
So how
I just scared Gimli.
Good. Here at the Devil's Den, we scare kitty cats. And we try to get kitty cats. So how... there must be some way where there's like voter redundancy, or like, okay, I don't want to vote for him in both, so I'll just pick one or the other. and he just fits the antagonist mold in my peanut brain view better, which gives the door open for Otakawa.
Yeah, like, and I don't know who the judges were for this one, but you gotta think, like, people like Mother's Basement and Glass Reflections, they're the type of people who, even if they believe something did deserve it, if it's winning too much, they'll vote against it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a list of the judges. They've done as the years have gone on, Crunchyroll's done a better job every year with the judges, making sure it's global, making sure it's not just like in a specific Annie community. They've done a better job, but I think there is also to be said where you have a lot of experts, quote unquote, saying Odd Taxi slept on, Odd Taxi slept on. Everyone, please watch Odd Taxi, which creates a wave of people like, oh, we're now all in on the Odd Taxi. And I think this is the first example of Odd Taxi kind of surprisingly winning, but I'll say deservingly. Like, I'm not gonna shit on Otakawa. I think he's well.
Yeah.
I don't want to. This is when I go back to the VOD and say I did Otakawa for a protagonist or something. I vaguely remember saying that Aaron deserves one of these two more in part 2 than in part 1. And from what we've watched in part 2, I still stand by that. But I don't remember if it's protagonist with Otakawa.
Okay, if it comes down to a 1 point difference, we'll review the tapes.
There it is. We'll go back. But apparently if we both win a point, I think we both lose a point. I can't remember for this one. I don't remember. Anything else from protagonists? I mean, we haven't even talked about the 4 others here.
I can make a quick rant on them. Itadori, he's not, I don't think his character is supposed to be flashier or special in that sense. And that's why the characters around him are like vaguely like different and like have very unique things about them, while he's kind of like just this like base model almost.
I completely agree with you. I do feel like Itadori is probably the weakest part. I feel like he is like, I wouldn't say generic shonen battle protag, but like he is pretty carte blanche compared to the rest of the cast.
And then you could speak on Boji.
Boji is an adorable boy. I wish no harm upon him. I think my biggest problem was at this point, Ranking of Kings had only aired half of its show. I was like, you haven't seen the full thing? I have just an inherent problem when award shows do that.
Okay. And then I'll also let you speak on your final baby, or your old baby.
Wonder Egg. Guys, the first 6 episodes are great.
They are.
They are. Ai is a phenomenal protagonist. It's just a damn shame that the production and the writing just fell off. Also, Joe's here. Hi, Joe. How are you? Bye, Joe.
Yeah, it's kind of, because like the story like definitely for season 2 revolved around Joe, but I also want to say like is the past actions were the like main talker, and that might be going too deep because technically character, but like I don't know, it's weird. I wouldn't put him up for the nomination. I think he's a good pro tag, but like the way I see him as a pro tag isn't the conventional pro tag. It's more of like as I said for this one, the actions he did in the past and the way other characters are interacting with him now. And it's a super weird way of looking at it, but I just think that's how this kind of show will end. Since you pretty much didn't know what had happened and transpired and why like everything was just like put to shits and everything, you weren't sure like where things were going, so the focus was less around Joe to me in that manner.
For me with Joe,
Weird explanation.
For me with Joe, he does have in season 2 especially the character arc that I adore, where you have good guy falls on very hard times, becomes morally gray guy, and after coaxing and so on and so forth, becomes good again. But there's a character in this list that does that 10 times better, and that's Eren Yeager. So,
Yeah.
well, this is probably our first surprise. I'm not gonna say upset, but definitely first surprise.
Yeah, first surprise and the first time you got a point and I did it.
To be determined. But what will certainly be determined next is the winner for best character design. Before I click on this, I made it abundantly clear when I did the special that I never get this right. I don't understand people's tastes when it comes to how characters look. I'm just gonna assume I got this wrong. Let's go and find out who the... And the winner for best character design is... Jujutsu Kaisen. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna take a no point because I don't remember what I voted for on this one. And I know Vivi was a contender for me, so
Yeah.
I am going to just take a no point because I don't remember what I voted.
I believe I did Odd Taxi for this. I remember. I think we were both going back and forth on Vivi. I think you settled on Vivi and I settled on Odd Taxi.
Yeah, that's sounding familiar. Because I remember you like going back and going, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I like this. It's different. It's animals."
I'll say
Those
this.
weren't your exact words.
Quote me. I'll say this, and I could be horribly off base. So hit me up on Twitter at the Hellborne if I got this wrong. I think this is just people just kind of flooding over from best animation or best director. It's just put Jujutsu Kaisen for all the technical categories because it's a beautiful show. And I'm not gonna like outright fault them for that. But
Yeah.
in my same vein, have I seen a big muscle guy before? Have I seen teenagers in school outfits before? Yeah, I mean, I've also seen animals before, so.
Now, I think a good way to say that Jujutsu Kaisen shouldn't be even nominated here is because when it first started coming out, when we first got trailers, everyone was like, "Oh, it's the copy pasta Naruto. See, there's Kakashi, there's Sasuke, it's even Naruto." So it's like, how can this be best character design when it's nothing special, it's nothing new, and
You
it's
see, the main protagonist's hair is pink. It's definitely not Fairy Tail.
like, it's very similar shit that we get all the time. While it's like, and I'm a fight for my Vivi here, the literal color scheme done in every scene is literally fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. See, got me doing rap god out here. It's so good, but like, just the contrast is so good, and the characters just blend in with that environment so well.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't have much to say. I almost feel like I'd rather take Skate over this just because Skate had interesting character.
Yeah.
I'd take Ranking of Kings because of their line art. I'd take Vivi because, yeah, Wonder Egg, I might have problems with the story, but the characters were gorgeously drawn. It's whatever. I know from the show we sound like we're Jujutsu Kaisen fuckboys, and I don't know. This feels weird to me.
Yeah, this felt like it did not deserve this. I don't know. Maybe people really want to fuck a tree.
Dude, I want to. I'll say that the tree enemy in the last fight. That's a good character design. I like that character design. I'll say that. Sakuna's kind of cool.
That is true.
Like, ooh, the bad guy is just the good guy, but with face tats. Oh my god, it is fucking 6ix9ine.
You're mad. I'm back. I'm sad.
Well, this was interesting. This was fun. Well, congratulations, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, no point for me.
We are both for that one. All right.
Were you gonna say I'm on a roll for losing?
No, I'm on a roll for that. Let me tell you. I think we're almost to the point where I cannot stage a comeback. Well, I guess theoretically I probably could, but that'd be some miraculous comeback. All right.
I don't know. These are the real subjective ones, and like best director, you would probably like know better.
You know what's hilarious? I don't even remember my pick, but I remember yours. You said Sony Boy for this. And you're like, how? That was your show. That was your second favorite of the whole year. Why are you not picking it? What did I pick? I guess I'll find out in a second.
Did it? No, wait. Director. I think, because I know you had another Odd Taxi pick. Isn't this it?
Oh, okay, this has to be my Odd Taxi pick because, yeah, the way that they were able to present a non-linear story. All right, this is my Odd Taxi pick. The winner for Best Director is Kinoshita Baku with Odd Taxi.
Did I say that was your pick? Nah, you actually picked Jujutsu Kaisen here.
See, I love Jujutsu Kaisen so much. It's not even on the list. Oh, it is right there. God damn it. All right, I guess I'll talk about this one because I won it. Because I'm the one taking the award, right? Like I've already said it before, this is a phenomenally directed show because when it comes to direction, you have to put all the story beats in a way that makes sense. And with Odd Taxi, they present a non-linear, multifaceted story with a very big ensemble cast. So the fact that the studio and Kinoshita was able to present this story that was very like underrated and had no hype was kudos to you. I say this
and now it's still underrated if everyone's telling me to watch it.
See, that's to this day I'm still confused about. It's like oh man, fucking Pulp Fiction's underrated. Literally everyone's watched Pulp Fiction. I'm saying this and I'm just convincing myself that this really should be Sony Boy. This should have been Sony Boy. God damn it, I still lose when I win.
And just for that, I feel like I win inside.
You get a half a point. I get a full point, but you get a half point. So you didn't get a full L, you get a half L.
Give me. You want part of this half L?
Here at the Devil's Den, we give half L's to kitty cats. I mean, when I look at this list, I will acknowledge Wonder Egg's direction, but yeah, between Odd Taxi and Sony Boy, I'd be fine with either or. Prefer Sony Boy. Oh, any thoughts before we move on?
No, I just thought, yeah, I agree that Sonny Boy should have taken this, but I do like the non-linear path that Odd Taxi was able to accomplish, so good job.
You know, and we say we applaud Odd Taxi's non-linearity. Sony Boy does not know what the word linear is. That story is way all over the place, but at the end it still wraps together like a fine bow. So I take a half L on this one. A shout out to you, Kinoshita Baku. You made a great show. That being said, we are now moving on to Best Score. And the winner for Best Score is Demon Slayer, Mugen Train. Run a train over your mom.
I mean, my vote obviously is Vivi here. Like, literally, shit was beautiful. Show's literally about music. I don't know how to tell you guys that this deserved it.
It's an idol show. They had actual people sing. Okay, so this is interesting because I never know what people actually vote when they do score. Because there's people that vote just the music that plays during the show or movie, so like the orchestral stuff. There are people that include OPs and EDs. There are people that are tone deaf that don't know what music is. So when I see this with Demon Slayer winning, my initial reaction is, oh, popular thing wins category. Had movie budget so they can afford movie music. But then you have Vivi, that's a literal idol show, that had literal songs with literal orchestral movements. Right there.
So literal.
So literal. I'm pretty sure I did pick Odd Taxi though because I love jazz, so
yeah.
We both get L's on this one, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find the songs from Vivi, put them on my Spotify.
There it is. I don't know, like, when I think back to Mugen Train, I'm not even thinking about the music, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I can't even remember the music.
I remember Lisa's OP. That's a separate category. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I remember Umai.
Umai. I remember someone getting a bad heart attack. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Shit, man. Even 86 had some notable big.
Yeah.
Nomad. Ooh, even Nomad. Might have gone with maybe I did Nomad because I love Spanish influences. I don't know. It definitely wasn't Demon Slayer.
Yeah, neither of us had Demon Slayer, and after seeing it, I still don't think it deserves wins. So, I've got nothing else to say on this one.
Neither do I. So we're gonna move on. Demon Slayer, you do not get more money. You have enough. All right. Now we have some of the most contentious categories where literal wars are fought. Beginning with the winner for Best Girl.
What did I pick here?
Nobara from Jujutsu Kaisen. Starting to sense a theme. Are you telling me popular shows win categories?
What do you mean?
Definitely not my pick.
I can't remember mine.
I'll also say this. Nobara's top 2 favorite characters for me in the damn show, but it wasn't my pick for this category.
Who did you pick?
I'm pretty sure I picked Toru. If I didn't pick Alright, this is what I did. I picked Toru, and I said the community would pick Komi, because that was popular and recent.
Yeah. I wish I could see what I picked.
I feel like it was
no point.
Yeah, no point. Again, we either win points together, we lose points together, or you actually win a point and I don't. I believe I described every single possible outcome.
You know, gotta be clear.
I mean, justify your girl. All right, thank you very much.
I didn't know who I don't know. Oh, I don't know who I picked, so I don't have anyone to justify.
I was talking about Nobara.
Well, one thing how I could justify Nobara is she's she's not the best kick-ass girl on the show. Damn. Like between like the main cast that you see, I don't know how to justify. I can't, man. I can't. I don't really have a good justification for her.
I won't lie. I love her. I love her, man. I don't know. I love her aesthetic with her fights with the hammer and nail. I love how it's a female character in the main crew that isn't Sakura levels of
Yeah.
I like how she holds her own. Yeah, go ahead.
Those were my reasons, but I was like, but she's not even the best girl for those reasons in that show. So I was like,
I mean, yeah, there's hotter ones, but for me, that she's the best girl. But
not like for hot. It's just like,
oh no, not.
Oh no, not Nobara. Like samurai girl, a girl with the gun. Like I don't know, those are the best girls for me.
The girl with the gun is
Jujutsu Kaisen.
cheating. Like, oh, I have a gun.
Well, you should have came strapped.
Look, man. I usually usually the other person comes with the strap. I take it. Don't read into it. I still feel like I think this is one of the bigger surprises because I just thought because Toru is like for me deserving, but Komi would just win. So I'm a little confuzzled here. A little confuzzled.
Understandable.
I think people saw Jujutsu Kaisen and just auto-clicked.
But with any best girl must follow a best boy.
And the winner for best boy is Boji from Ranking of Kings.
Oh, I know I didn't pick that. I'm pretty sure I picked Izumi.
Yeah, did I pick Boji? No, did I pick? I either picked Miyamura or I picked Boji. I don't know. I remember saying Boji's a literal boy. I mean, those two are the ones that should win this category, if I'm being honest, so I have no points. I'm also biased because I am also deaf, like Boji, so I see myself in this picture.
Huh. I've never seen her hair like that.
Emo sad boy hours.
Yeah, I don't, I think this is fine. I haven't seen the show, but like, I've heard the praise for it, so.
But here's another instance where we had a doubled up category. I'm curious if they just went all in with Mikey. I'm curious if Mikey would have won.
There's a chance there. Like, Mikey definitely would have won some shonen votes.
Mm-hmm. Like it's literally the most popular manga. It's very big. The Valhalla arc was phenomenal. So I'm just really curious how much Draken took from Mikey.
Yeah. You hate to see it.
I also hate to see literal middle-aged men walruses in the category for best movie. I'll even take Senku, because Senku's at least a teenager.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
I'm not upset. I guess I'll say I'm not upset, because I like ranking.
Not upset, but no point.
No point for either. I'm pretty.
Yeah.
And I'll also say, is there best couple? I totally forgot. Is there best couple? There's not even a best couple. That's right.
No best couple.
So, I mean, let's just assume because of best romance that Hori and Mia are best couple. So, in my heart of hearts, they're winning.
Congratulations.
Yes, the Devil's Den podcast gives you the best couple award to Hori Mia. That's
speech.
No speech. I'm done. I'm done. I'm mute, just like Boji.
Next category.
Our next category is all right. Here's arguably the best four. Top four. Should we do OP or ED first? You tell me. Feeling.
We hear the OP first?
You hit the. I was feeling ED because OPs tend to be more hype.
True. I agree with that.
All right. The winner for best ending sequence is Demon Slayer. Run a train over your mother.
Damn. Again, I don't remember even what the music was of this.
I remember before I voted that I looked at the OP EDs just so I can listen to the song and watch the visuals again. I can remember 5 other EDs from this category. I don't remember Demon Slayer Mugen Train's ED.
I don't remember what I voted. Because I voted right before the show started.
For this one, I voted for goddamn Soma Spider because that's just like a phenomenal performance by the voice actress.
Oh yeah.
The visuals suck, but the performance was great.
Damn, no point.
If we were just going for the normie popular, I would rather Attack on Titan.
Yeah. That's it. I feel like I voted for Attack on Titan. Someone should tell us next year to record our votes. They'll actually keep them written down.
Nah, we keep it loose and goose here at the Devil's Den.
Loose and goosey.
Bring your lube.
Alright. What banged our world with the opening? What banged our world with the opening?
Going OP? We're going opening?
We're going opening.
Alright, this is... Alright. If I remember right, we both picked the same one. The winner for best opening sequence is Attack on Titan, My War.
No, Gimli.
Yes.
This was the pick.
The number one draft in the 2021 or 2022.
Well, this was for 2021. You were right the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I love My War. My top 3 of Attack on Titan OPs.
I want to do a show where we rate OPs.
For Attack on Titan or for just OPs in general?
We take some of the shows that are have some of the most hottest OPs, and then we compare.
Well, it's Parasite number. Oh, you went Tokyo Ghoul. Oh, okay. This is a little bonus clip for those that are watching. My favorite OP of all time is from a show I've never even watched. But back to My War. Thematically perfect for Attack on Titan final season because you can interpret the lyrics of My War from Aaron's perspective and Marley's perspective. The visuals, phenomenal. The change of just the nuances of the song from the normal orchestrals of the previous seasons to a more rock-centered, perfectly apt. I will go to war listening to this song.
Well, name the time and place.
I believe Ukraine in 2 days, if I know right. And for those that are watching this in the future, how's World War III going? Are we winning?
Did we do the thing? I hope we didn't do the thing.
We did the thing. We did the thing.
Yikes.
I will say I love all of these OPs. I do truly love all of these OPs.
We had a good year for OPs, for sure.
It really was. And I'm just going to say this right now. We're only halfway through the first season of 2022. I already know what my OP for 2022 is going to be anyway, so lock in rumbling already right now.
Yeah.
Just lock that in
and
right now.
if we lose it all,
God damn, that damn song. Better than My War. Oh boy.
I'm gonna play that at my wedding.
I'm gonna play it at my funeral, which is coincidentally your wedding.
Oh.
So we both get a point, and I also believe that means mathematically I cannot win.
There we go.
But we must end the show. Well, continue the show. Thanks
Thanks
for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This was the Devil's End podcast. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe. Okay, all right.
Don't forget the challenge we had on this.
There was no challenge. Shut up. All right. That being said, we must move on to next category. The winner for best animation is, for fuck's sake, Demon Slayer Run a Train Over Your Mother.
Nani?
Nah, fucking knee.
No, this wrong.
This big wrong. This isn't 4 brain. This isn't 5 head. This is 1 head.
This is get the demon dick out of your mouth head.
Look, I know it's ufotable. I know it's ufotable with a movie budget. But goddamn. All right, moving on. We're not.
Tyson.
It was Mushoku. It was Mushoku.
Shoku. They gonna stop robbing my boy.
You know what? It's too problematic. That's why they're not voting. For those that stand Mushoku, stand up. Chris Hansen would like a word with you. Why are you standing?
oh, that's what you. For the record, I was hovering.
He's not even committing to the. Okay, anyway. Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, hot take here. Hot take. I don't even think the animation of this movie was that memorable.
Yeah, no.
I legitimately thought it was just more Demon Slayer. Like, just more of the same. More hot takes. What we've just watched in season 2 of Demon Slayer is better than what this movie did.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Now
I think I said this at the beginning.
I will also say that's not me saying best animation for 2022 is Demon Slayer. I'm not saying that. I can lock in best OP for 2022. I will not lock in best animation. God. Wow. But the water in Mushoku.
This person don't drink water.
Kyle fans. No, that's not Kyle. Fuck. Ugly God fans need not apply. I'm gonna take a drink of water. In fact, hydrate.
Stay hydrated.
So we both had
water
Mushoku.
tastes like vodka.
Oh, that's a weird kind of water.
Yeah, we both had Mushoku.
I think Vivi was my second. If I'm remembering right. Yeah, I feel comfortable.
Yeah. Vivi would be my second because I've been bragging about her this entire time.
I'd put Demon at 4, maybe 3, but shit, it's a popularity contest. Fuck y'all. I'm done. I hate this. I hate this community.
But you know, I'll love you all if you get this next one right.
Fuck. Are we already there? I'm gonna scroll up. Oh, we're there, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
I got my Bankai charged here.
My sword's over there. My sword's over there. Okay.
If this is wrong, the co-host dies.
Luckily, I'm a cohort, not a co-host. Okay, we do have to hype this up just a little. It is the anime of the year. So, 2021. Probably one of the greatest years of modern anime. Especially within the first few seasons, it gave us some of the greatest shows we have seen in recent memory. it is hard to decide on 6 nominees for Anime of the Year, let alone one final true. But there can only be one. Devils, are you ready for this?
Question is, are you ready to see if you'll still be on this planet?
God, I hope so. I'm just learning how to stream this shit live. It'd suck if I were to unalive right after. And the winner for Anime of the Year is Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1. I'm alive! I live
another day.
All right. All right, we both got this one. We both got this one.
Yeah.
I almost didn't.
You all. I actually think I had to talk you into this a little bit. But I was also just being a stan.
You were being a stan. All right, go ahead, Stan. Go ahead. Speak your truth.
Hey kids, do you like violence? Oh.
There's a little bit in this.
Oh, I just thought that was super funny. Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 1 is the winner. Because ReZero wasn't on the damn list.
So, okay, are you putting ReZero over AOT?
No, but
okay.
I just wanted it to be included. But I love Attack on Titan so much, and it's so right. It's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do.
Aaron ain't do nothing wrong. Aaron ain't do nothing wrong.
What can be said about Attack on Titan Final Season that hasn't already been said? It's not Anime of the Year. No one said
plus
that.
ratio.
W plus ratio plus Aaron in your ear saying, "I fucked your bitch."
Plus Tatake.
Tatake. Where do we even begin? I've already said the joke, but Mappa put its whole Map pussy in it.
Well, what was your runner-up here?
My runner-up, like I said in my TikTok, like I did on the special, is Sony Boy. That's my runner-up.
Didn't choose Sony, his favorite for the number 1. That's also tells you how fucking good Attack on Titan was. Because this man was ready to pick Sony Boy from the get-go.
And, the last 3 months, I'll say, when we're doing, like, the end of the year stuff, the awards, we're making videos, I kept going back and forth. I thought back to when I was like, oh, Azokin is my favorite anime of the year. That was my pretentious art fuckboy moment. This is my normie fuckboy moment. That's character growth, right? This is my Eren Yeager, like, the Tatake. I think we gotta start planning if Attack on Titan goes for 2 for 2.
I'm gonna say, just because, like, there's a chance Bleach pulls in more new people that Bleach contests.
Ain't it?
It's that story. It's Prime. And it all will depend on how Attack on Titans ends.
That's true. So, 2 parts there. 1, I feel bad that we're talking about not even this part of the season, but anyway. The manga ending is controversial, so it remains to be seen how the anime will end. I think regardless of how it ends, it'll be divisive. 2, it's interesting that you picked Bleach as your contender for this year. You went with
it was the first one I could remember.
You went with a show with 1 word. I'll give you a show with 2 words in its title that will contend, just based off sheer popularity. Just a little thing.
Yeah, I know now.
It's a Chainsaw Man.
Man.
It's a Chainsaw Man.
I forgot that was airing.
Allegedly. Also by Mappa. Including the whole Mappa.
They're putting 2 things. Damn, we just get it dick down.
Oh, dude, we could do a whole video on Mappa. But to bring it back, Attack on Titan season 4, even going back to season 3, but let's talk about season 4, is not just a show. It's not just art. It is a cultural event. You know where you were every Sunday when the new episode airs. You know exactly who you were with and what couch stained with cum you were sitting on, of which event happened in each episode.
Mm-hmm.
The animation, admittedly, is probably like, we're the most favorite, but the animation is there, the soundtrack is there, the acting is there, the narrative is there. Its peers cannot even come close to the combination of all of those parts, and thus the sum of this is a well-deserving anime of the year for Attack on Titan.
Congratulations, Attack on Titan. You remember last year where my big complaint was that they didn't put ReZero in the anime of the year or any of the categories? And you told me, but they'll put him in next year. Well, 1, no, they still didn't. And 2, my comment was like, but then it would have to go against Attack on Titan.
Admittedly, ReZero did win fantasy at one point. I know that for a fact. But 2, this opens up the conversation that we had on the last special. 6 entries for best anime of the year is just not it, bro. It's not it, fam.
It's not.
It needs to be 8. Hell, maybe even 10. Because there are so many deserving shows that are not even being considered.
Exactly.
Are we just contradicting our point that Attack on Titan was the default option? Maybe, but fuck them. They at least need representation.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm not upset Attack on Titan won, because that was my pick.
I'm not upset either, because it was my pick.
But that still makes me a winner.
That does
but
make
a better winner.
We don't even need to go to the math. We don't even need to play the VOD back. You clearly won by 2 or 3 points. So, congratulations and a round of applause to our favorite cohort, the DevilsAlterEgo. Are you clapping for yourself? God damn.
I'm the boss, motherfucker. I felt like I knew the anime community this year.
I knew that it's a popularity contest. I did suppose I underestimated that there'd be more Demon Slayer representation.
Oh yeah, I think we both did on that one.
But then we look dumb because it's literally the biggest movie of all time in the community and the biggest franchise in general. So we probably should have saw that coming. I'll slowly scroll down all the categories if anyone needs a refresher for each. As we do, just some last closing thoughts. I'll say this, Devils. It's an interesting year. There wasn't even a show for the Anime Awards.
Oh yeah, like that. That felt like the most official sign that Crunchyroll is heading out the door. Now owned by Sony.
I know that the Crunchy Cast friends did do their own show, podcast. talking about this the day of. But the fact that there wasn't even a CG show like last year because of the pandemonia with the pandas. This really felt like the absolute bottom that it could possibly go.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate given that it's been building up for so many years. I understand the Ronas has really fucked it up, and the Sony buyout may or may not have something to do with it. But I am disappointed.
Yeah, I was definitely looking forward to watching the event and everything, and the fact that we didn't get to do that does suck. Hopefully, maybe they use this year to save money to give us like something really big for when we can see him in person again.
Yeah, like they probably recognized we can't do it out of good conscience to do it in this year. Travel alone would be crazy. So if that just means next year they double down and they give Attack on Titan 2 for 2 for multiple categories, then sure, fine, whatever. I you know, because that's just a broad topic because it won multiple categories. How do you think the community at large would feel if Attack on Titan sweeps categories, multiple categories, 2 years in a row?
So I think it's going to not divide the community, but cause a ripple between like people who would want to call people who are happy about it hypocrites, because we usually criticize this for everything, versus those who actually do like it and are giving like their like reasons of why, like, oh, but this isn't the same as before, where you could say, well, the qualities weren't the same or they didn't get better from year to year. So I don't know. I definitely think it's just going to cause this like weird ripple effect where some people like lose a little faith in the awards. It's really going to depend on like, so if the ending just like smacks and everyone's loving the ending, maybe then people are just like, no, yeah, it just deserved it.
I mean, it is the closest we've had in this community as an event. We don't have like other effing Oscars or whatever that can just like drop some heavy shit. We don't have the movie. We don't have the album. We have this. Attack on Titan is the closest thing, outside maybe JoJo's, I don't know. But like Attack on Titan is the closest thing that's like, oh my god, we're all in agreement. So it'll be interesting. Like, we haven't really seen this before where a show airs in back-to-back years that has the quality to contend for categories multiple times.
Yeah, like usually there's always a drop-off.
Because if you think back, Yuri on Ice had one season, so it couldn't. My Hero Academia, the seasons hasn't had the same quality, so there's a consensus that like, okay, no, it shouldn't sweep like season 2. Actually, now that I think about it, I think Demon Slayer is probably the closest, but even then there was a year, if not 2 years, separating season 1 and Mugen Train. Because season 1 was season 1 was the year of Vinland Saga. It's been a few years. But we haven't seen a show go back to back.
He's going back to back, and that's as far as he can go.
And somehow we brought up Drake again in this podcast. The only time.
I was more of going off of the Captain Flowers Team Liquid call.
Oh, I'm going back to back, baby. Is that a world tour or your girls tour? Fucking Odd Taxi.
Oh god. But I think that's about like everything to say about Attack on Titan. Just congratulations.
Yep, congratulations. We are in the home stretch of part 2, so we will have our conclusive roundup of the franchise, of the mythological beast that is Attack on Titan. Soon. Lock it in. Anime of the Year, Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 2. Done. That's it. That's been the show, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Thank you very much.
And good night.
For real, though. Devils, where can we find you?
Everyone, you can go check me out on my Twitter and Instagram at DevilsAlterEgo 2. You want to see some of the content I put out, you can check me out on Twitch or TikTok at DevilsAlterEgo. And if you want to go and check out that anime commentary I have, go check out my Mal at DevilsAlterEgo.
It's prime stuff over there. And you can catch me, the Hellborne, on Mal, on TikTok and Twitter at the Hellborne. Social links are on the screen on the doobly-doos. That, friends, has been the Devil's Den Podcast's reaction to the Anime Awards brought on by Crunchyroll. Thank you very much for watching, and we cannot wait to see our friends enter the den again. Later!
Love you.